Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the social issue of extreme economic disparities. We're going to review this issue through two social work theories, systems theory and conflict theory. And we're also going to be looking at the connections between these two theories and how this impacts social work practice. So the social issue, we're going to be focusing on the 1%. So what is the 1%? According to the most recent data released by the IRS, if your household income topped over $115,000 in 2017, you ranked in the top 1% of income in the United States. America's wealthiest households now hold almost as much wealth as the upper and middle class combined. So why is this a problem? There are 43.5 million Americans living in poverty in the United States. 17 out of every 10,000 people in the United States were experiencing homelessness on a single night in January of 2019. And according to the USDA's latest household food insecurity in the United States, reports more than 35 million people in the United States experienced hunger in 2019. System theory is the first theory that we're going to be looking at today. The definition, or how system theory is described, is it concerns the interdependency of various systems, both natural and human-made. Systems theory looks into the inner workings of a system to understand how an event at one end of the system can have direct effects on other parts of the system. So is this natural? Is the wealth gap natural and unavoidable? Well, humans are complex, and this complexity is understood by taking into consideration all the wants and needs that we have. The similarity between these wants and needs are very clear, but so is the complexity of satisfying them. Let's use music for an example. Music is met by a system of two parties, one that listens and one that creates. This is a mutually beneficial exchange. If an artist has a ton of listeners who are enjoying their music they are creating, in turn, the artist makes profit and builds wealth. Therefore, the system rewards individuals who meet the needs of others. The gap is created by this distinction between those who meet the needs of the desire and wants of others and those who do not. So the listeners of music, if you will. Conflict theory claims that all societies are inherently unequal and that power disparities have a direct impact on people's lives. Conflict theory shed light to the assortment of socioeconomic, racial, and class differences that contribute to the significant gaps in opportunity, overall well-being of life, and even longevity. In the United States, there are a wealth gap between white and Black Americans. Due to racial inequality between African Americans and whites, there is a wealth gap that exists. Research shows that there are both cultural and structural factors that can explain this difference. Cultural factors include, but are not limited to, family dynamics, the idea of inferiority felt amongst African Americans towards the white population. Structural factors include lower wages, business ownership, and redlining. The study that I'm using showed that even if whites and Americans had the same cultural factors, there would still be an immense wealth gap. This shows that the wealth gap is a result of rooted racial inequality within U.S. institutions. So, connection between theories, systems theory versus conflict theory. Both of these theories agree that there is a system into how society works. The difference between these two theories is that one looks at it in terms of how it happens, and the other points out the results of it happening. For example, system theory explains how there becomes social inequality and wealth gaps, and conflict theory argues the impact that it has on certain individuals. So how can we use these theories to best serve us in our work? As social workers, it is important for us to understand the dynamics of our society and how it benefits certain individuals over others. We can't see our clients as the problem in a system that is not rooted in their favor. If we understand this, we can better assist our clients and figure out how to rework the system in order to best serve them. We can do this by advocacy and raising awareness to the social and economic inequality in the United States. I hope that you guys were able to learn a little bit about our theories and how it impacts us in social work and how it impacts us in the United States through the wealth gap as well as through other systems. Thank you.